Hey Fort Osage, on this week's episode we enter second semester showcasing the wrestling seniors, a speech and debate tournament, a recent basketball game, and our Special Olympics team.
Plus your weekend weather report and your sports breakdown coming to you after the break. Hey Fordo, welcome back to Tribal Review. I'm Malia Arnold. Today is Friday, January 16th, and here's what you need to know at Fordo.
Next week is Court Warming Spirit Week. Tuesday, sport your PJs. Wednesday, rock your favorite team jersey. Thursday, wear purple if you're taken, blue if it's complicated, and green if you're single. And finally, Friday, show your Fort pride by wearing your best Fort gear.
Now to our Friday forecast. Hey Kylie, how's the weather shaping up for this weekend?
Hey guys, looks like temps will take a steep dive this weekend. I'm Kylie Panton and this is your Friday forecast. Today, it's going to be mostly cloudy with a high of 42 and a low of 18. Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 21 and a low of 10. Sunday, partly sunny with a high of 40 and a low of 16. And Monday, when we come back to school, partly sunny with a high of 31 and a low of 14. That's it for your Friday forecast. I'm Kylie Panton. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kylie. I'm not ready for it to be super cold on Saturday.
Me either. Last week on January 8th, the wrestling teams highlighted their seniors at a duel against Warrensburg. Raymond Reeds and Riley Buck gave an inside look from the duel.
Wrestling Senior Night took place on Thursday, January 8th. Senior Nathan Parker feels honored to be a senior.
What I'll probably miss the most is just hanging out with my teammates, at the tournaments, just waiting on our matches to come by. We'd always be hanging out, just walking around.
Senior Tony Martinez has been wrestling since he was 4 years old. Martinez expresses that he is sad that his high school season is coming to an end.
It's a sad feeling, especially leaving Kaysen and Isaac behind and starting our lives without each other outside of Fort Osage.
Senior Kaysen Schreier is a 2-time wrestling state champion. Kaysen feels that he is going to miss the connections he has made in his high school wrestling career.
The friends and family that I've gained from just being around them and built over the last 4 years.
After senior night, the senior wrestlers are starting to look forward to conference. I'm Cameron Dawson reporting for Tribal Review.
Thanks, Raymond and Riley. I'm really glad they got a win on their senior night.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to highlight them.
When we return, we'll take a look into a recent tournament held here at our school by the speech and debate team.
The yearly national average for distracted driving deaths is 3,000, with injuries eclipsing 400,000. I think the text can wait, so put down your phone and keep your eyes on the road.
Rudy Bear's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA is located in the heart of Westport at 4030 Broadway Boulevard. Bear's Gym offers a multitude of classes ranging from MMA and wrestling to kids classes starting at 4 years old, where they cultivate the next generation of martial arts. Classes are available Monday through Sunday starting as early as 6 a.m. ending at 8:30 p.m. Your first class is free, so why not come try out here at Rudy Bear's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. Come train with the black belt himself, Rudy Bears, and come get some jiu-jitsu.
Welcome back, Fort Osage.
The speech and debate team worked hard last Friday and Saturday to host over 500 students. Tribal Review reporters Claudia and Malia Arnold take us behind the scenes.
The speech and debate team hosted their New Year's kickoff tournament on January 9th and 10th. New head coach Chris Rothgeb expresses his nerves at hosting at a new school.
Oh, very, very. Because you always want to have your first one at a new school be you want to lead off with your best foot. You want to have the best impression that you can give to people. And so it was very, very nerve-wracking to host this one, but it was a good experience.
The tournament took over 3 months to prepare for. Public Relations Manager Audrey Miles fills us in on the process.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but also a lot of patience with working with people who have never been to the school and a lot of judges who don't know what they're doing, and a lot of patience and just hard work and working collaboratively with our team.
28 schools attended with over 500 students competing. Competitor Mariah Stewart walks us through her post-tournament ritual.
I like to go to like a wall or like a corner or something and try performing there and try to let out all the nervous jitters. And then I like to perform in front of 1 to like 3 people just so they can give me more opinions. And then that's about it.
The speech and debate team would just like to give one last thanks to all the custodians, staff, admin, and community members who helped make this tournament possible. I'm Aaliyah Arnold reporting for Tribal Review.
Thanks, Claudia and Malia. Good luck to you guys at Liberty North tonight.
Thank you.
After the break, Tomahawk Sports Talks brings us all your sports news and updates.
Over the past 2 months, my group and I have been visiting our local animal shelter. And while visiting, we talked to Tanya Hampton Lopez. She gave us a tour of the facility, and here's what we saw. The employees were very kind and cooperative with the patrons who came in to look at or adopt an animal. During our visit, the shelter received a generous donation of 2 pallets of dog food. It was heartwarming to witness, and it made a significant impact in supporting the animals in their care. On the first Friday of every month, excluding holidays, third-party services provide microchipping and vaccines for a low price. Throughout the day, the kennels and the animals' food and water bowls can become messy and dirty. However, each night, the employees perform a thorough cleaning to ensure the animals' comfort. The animal shelter my group visited is doing an excellent job with the resources they have, and we truly enjoyed seeing the great work being done there. The Truman Heartland Community Foundation is accepting donations at thcf.org, or you can use the QR code on your screen.
Day with the Trading Post. We are located by the far side of the cafeteria by the field house, open from 1st to 4th lunch shift. Stock up on all your Fort Osage apparel at the Trading Post. Fill up with our large variety of snacks and drinks. We accept card and wireless payments. We strive to have the lowest prices possible for our students and staff. Even with giving discounts to our staff, all proceeds go toward your DECA program.
Welcome back to Tribal Review.
The girls' basketball team has been working hard in the new year. Kylie Purington gives us a recap over their game against Truman High School.
Paint. She goes up. Her layup's good.
Fort Osage women's basketball team went against Truman on January 7, 2026. Senior McKenna Simons feels that this game helped them get back into the season and helped them prepare for February and March.
This game was our really get back into the season, kind of get back in our groove. I mean, Christmas break is really long with no games. Our last game was in December, late December against St. Joe Benton, which is a very good state Class 4 runner-up. So preparing for the rest of the season, we know this kind of exposed some flaws. So we have another quick one tomorrow against Belton, and we can build off of these little minor errors and perfect them before March and February and March.
McKenna had a total of 10 points all game. Head coach Lindsey Thompson feels that Ashton Haynes was one of the key leaders for the game.
I thought tonight was a really good night for Ashton. I think that tonight she had maybe 13 points, and I think that's a career high for her. Maybe she had 15, which is awesome. We love to celebrate when somebody has a career high, and she did, and that's fantastic.
Ashton had a total of 13 points all game. Ashton feels that she has been needing to do better at rebounding.
I've known recently it's something I've struggled with, and I've needed to rebound more, and I knew today that's something I needed to step up and do. So that's what I needed to do today to fill my role.
Boys basketball team also played that night and sadly lost with a score of 51-62. The women's basketball team will play next at home on January 23rd against St. Joe. I'm Kylie Panton, and I'm reporting for Tribal Review.
Thanks, Kylie. You know, it was a pretty tough loss.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how they do the rest of the season, though. Now we send it over to Tomahawk Sports Talk for a quick recap of sports scores from the past week.
Thanks, Marie and Riley. A big week ending and coming up in Fort Osage Athletics. I'll kick us off with some boys basketball news. First off, coming out of the break, the Indians played the Truman Patriots, where they took a tough 62-51 loss in a very physical game. And then 2 days later, against the Smithville Warriors, they lost a tough game 59-54. And then on Tuesday, the Indians played the Park Hill Trojans, where they played another tough game, losing 65-58 in a game where Dom Soto had 20 points, including some incredibly long threes. The boys are now 1-10 with a 5-game losing streak behind them, hoping to turn it around in the coming games. Now Blake will talk about some girls basketball scores and stats.
Thanks, Braden. Girls basketball had a tough matchup against Truman, taking a 42-35 L. On the bright side, Ashton Hens had a career-high 13 points, also having 9 rebounds. McKenna Simons with 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Reagan Fillmore, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. And then they took a conference win against Belton, 43-34. McKenna Simons with a career day, 21.7 steals. Ashton Hens, 9 points, 13 rebounds. And Tegan Shockley, 5 rebounds. The girls are now 5-6 on the season with a conference record of 3-1. This week they traveled to 8-2 conference foe Grain Valley. Now Matthew would take it away with boys and girls wrestling.
Thanks, Blake. Boys and girls wrestling stays hot. January 6th, Fort hosted Odessa with a 44-28 win on the boys' side. Dominant wins include a Kaysen Schreier and Angela Torres pin, and a Tony Martinez and Isaac Ward major decision. January 8th, Fort also hosted Warrensburg and won 20-80. Dominant wins include pins from Brennan Leeds, Grant Dunn, Kaysen Schreier, Garrett Van Zant, Tony Martinez, Gabe Allen, and an Isaac Ward tech fall. Girls are also on fire. January 7th, facing Odessa at home, taking the W, 58-12. Dominant wins include pins from Izzy Adams, Elenia Garcia-Gonzalez, Haley Wines, and Memory Stone. Also, January 8th at home against Warrensburg, that's their senior night, they took the W 71-9. Dominant wins include an Elaine Wackman tech fall and pins from Kylie Dunn, Jalson Gray, Ariel Biggs, Madison Leitner, Izzy Adams, Andrea Chichuaha, and Aiden Bayo. Chopper Review reporter Claire Brown sat down with McKenna Simons to talk about women's representation in sports.
My sports, at least, my coaches have done a really good job about promoting, like on Instagram, social media, anything like that for our games. But in the school, our female representation in women's sports is pretty low compared to the male representation in the building. You don't really see many teachers or principals or anything like that kind of contributing to the effort to like push out women's sports or like that. All the boys get all the big games here, so the women's sports are kind of just pushed under the cover, and men always get the homecoming, court warming, anything like that kind of game. You look at the fall, no other sport but football gets a homecoming game, just football. So you're leaving out all those other fall sports that have women athletes in there that are still contributing to the same thing.
Thanks, Claire. Hear more on this week's episode of Time Along Sports Talk, where we sat down with head girls basketball coach Lindsay Thompson. Back to you guys at the desk.
Tammy Sue's is a community-based upcycle mercantile shop on 309 South Hudson Street, Buckner, Missouri. This is the perfect community-based place to get all the decor and accessories you could ever want. Tammy Sue's has a wide variety of items for yourself, home, gifts, and others. Tammy Sue's includes soaps, earrings, outside decor, inside decor, flowers, and much more. All these unique items come at an affordable price just for you. Tammy Sue's also offers a variety of make and take classes. Come to Tammy Sue's Upcycle Mercantile, where new meets old. Come shop today.
Welcome back to Tribal Review.
The boys and girls basketball teams traveled to Smithville to assist in a Special Olympics basketball skills competition last week. We have the inside scoop.
Thursday, January 8th, Smithville High School hosted the Special Olympics. Smithville students Hayden and Audrey believe that this event gives them good teamwork and social skills.
I think this gives them good teamwork skills. I think this gives them an opportunity to exercise their social skills.
Hillary Grotto placed second in her competition. She believes that she performed well in the dribbling drill.
Job, like doing dribbling every time, and I just did. And all my friends is good, and I'm very proud.
Rotate one more time. Michael Lewis ran the event, and he believes that this impacts regular education students because they get to see what the kids overcome.
I think it impacts Special Olympics students because they get to interact and they get to show off their skills and they get to overcome some hurdles in doing that. And then it impacts regular education students because they get to see those things and see how much these kids overcome, and they get to work together and it be inclusive.
Katie Blunt is the Unified Champion Sports Coordinator for Special Olympics. She believes it's a really cool way to bring people together without disabilities and with disabilities.
I am the Unified Champions Sports Coordinator for Special Olympics Missouri, and I got into this. I have a passion for working with people with intellectual disabilities, and I think it's a really cool way to bring together people without disabilities and people with disabilities.
I'm Makai Cooper.
I'm Dom Soto.
I'm Ryan Davidson.
I'm Zachary Fitzwater, reporting for Tribal Review.
Thanks, guys. I'm really glad that Smithville got to come down here to compete, too.
I'm so happy we highlighted their teams. Florida State's teacher, Rain Tapino, is working with EF Tours to offer a trip to Japan in the summer of 2027. Harper Allen has more details.
When is the Japan trip?
We are going in June of 2027, so not this coming summer, but the next.
Awesome. What opportunities will this trip bring to students at Fort?
Well, I mean, I think it's eye-opening. You know, it's kind of a shift in how you think about the world to see another culture and how they do things. But I also think it's just going to be like really freaking fun.
Awesome. What things do you guys plan to do while you're there?
There's a bunch of different things. We plan to go to Tokyo and see a lot of the big city. So like anime nerds and tech nerds will probably have a good time. We're also going to see a lot of like historical sites and like Japanese castles and nature. We also plan to go to like the Kyoto region, and they're a little bit more of a historical area. So there's a lot more history and kind of sociology and geography related stuff. But we're going to do a bunch of other fun stuff too. Like we have a karaoke planned. We have a bunch of different shops and cultural sites as well.
And then is there anything else you wanted to add about the trip?
No, that I think it's going to be a great time. It's open to everybody, including seniors right now, so you can always come back even after you graduate to go on the trip. And if people are interested, they should stop by my room because I need to give them a paper that they can RSVP to our informational meeting. So yeah, that's it. That's all I can think of, I think.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm Harper Allen, reporting for Tribal Review.
Join Florida State tonight during the halftime of the boys basketball game against Chrisman as they add alumni to the Hall of Honor. The game starts at 7 p.m. Congratulations to everyone being inducted.
Heads up for it. This weekend is a 3-day weekend in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
It's another week, and it's time for us to highlight another great book. Let's check out this week's Attic Treasure.
This week's Attic Treasure features In Utero by Chris Gooch. This is a graphic novel that is horror, and it is scary and fantastic. It is a young girl who gets dropped off at a abandoned mall, very similar to Independence Center, and really scary things happen with her and a friend, and they have to navigate the monsters that they find within. I thought that this story was really fun, the pictures are great, and I think that you'll like it, and it is a part of this year's reading challenge. As a reminder, any of the books on this side of this table, if you read and have a conversation with us about 3 of them, then you get to come to our reading party in March. There is still time. I hope that you will come up to the library and talk to us about how you can be part of the reading challenge.
As always, if you're looking for more news and information about Fort Osage High School, you can always find additional coverage at fohssignal.net.
There you will find stories about the students and activities of the school, so check it out today.
Well, that's it for today's show. I'm Riley Morris.
I'm Aaliyah Arnold.
I'm Kylie Panson. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you tune in next time.